As I'm going to get into a cab, she tackles me.
So I hit my head on the curb and cut my lips on my whistle.
I hit on the curb and cut my lip on my whistle.
And I hit my head on the curb and cut my lips and my whistle on my whistle, cut my lips, cut my lip on my whistle, cut my lip on my whistle, cut my lip on my whistle. For your information, Paulo is gonna be in Rome this New Year, so I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you. For your information, Paulo is gonna be in Rome this New Year, so I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you. For your information, Paulo is gonna be in Rome this New Year, so I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you.
Well, for your information, Paolo is going to be in Rome this New Year, so I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you.
I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you.
Up socks, I figured you taught him.
It was not that big a deal.
Not big a deal. I just balled up
It
socks.
wasn't that big a deal. Well, if you were working late, I can look in on him.
If you're gonna work late, I can look in on him for you. Hold on.
If you're working late, I can look in on him.
Ross, is he going to live with you, like, in your...
I'm sort of kind of quiet. It's been kind of quiet since Kara left. It's been kind of quiet since Kara left.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of quiet since Carol left.
It's been kind of quite quiet since Kara left.
Except he's smarter and gentler and sweeter.
I'm just wanna be with him all the time. I'm just wanna be with her. I'm just wanna be with her all the time.
I just want to be with him all the time.
Now Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step in his life. Me? I was calling Uncle Bunny.
Your Uncle Marshall was taking the biggest step of his life. And me? I'm calling up your Uncle Barney.
Here Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step. Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step in his life, of his life. Now Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step of his life. Now Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step of his life.
Your Uncle Marshall was taking the biggest step of his life. And me? I'm calling up your Uncle Barney.
Here Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step of his life. Here Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step of his life. Here Uncle Masha was taking the biggest step of his life.